Metal Gear Acid 2, as you may infer from the title, is a sequel to Metal Gear Acid, which was the card-collecting turn-based strategy game that launched with the PSP. The gameplay in Acid 2 is pretty much the same as in the original. You collect these cards, which contain things like weapons, items, and health. You create a deck of cards, anywhere from 30 to 40 on up, and then you take these cards into battle. And every action you do in battle is initiated by using a specific card. So it gets a little bit complicated, and if you haven't played the first one, you'll probably be kind of in the dark here, and it'll take you a little while to get used to it. But once you get down the system, it's actually really involved and really deep in terms of how you build your deck, how you approach each battle, and how you complete each mission. The main mode in Acid 2 is the story mode, which consists of several missions that are strung together across about a dozen stages throughout this research facility. Basically, Snake and his group of mercenaries touch down in the US after coming back from abroad. They are immediately arrested by this guy named Dalton, who's an FBI agent, supposedly. So, in order to get his friends free and to get his memory back, Snake has to go on this secret mission for the FBI and infiltrate this research facility, this weapons research facility, to find out what's going on with this crazy scientist guy who's developing these weapons and threatening to kill a bunch of important people around the world. Of course, the story gets really convoluted from there and takes some really wild, bizarre twists. There's a bunch of cool characters. It's pretty much standard fare for Metal Gear. There's more than 500 cards to collect in the game. There's really a wide variety, and there's pretty much a card for every single situation you can find yourself in. And when you're making a deck, you don't quite just want all the strongest cards, although that is a perfectly fine strategy. There's cards to heal yourself, to heal your allies, because you'll have up to 2 people in battle at a time. There's also all kinds of guns, flamethrowers, mines, grenades, and other things like that. So pretty much everything that you would have in a Metal Gear Solid game, you have in Metal Gear Acid, only it's in card form, and you got to use it turn by turn as you fight in these turn-based battles. There's actually quite a variety to the missions. Some missions will have you dodging trains that come by every few minutes. Other missions will have you trying not to get knocked off a bridge. And there's a lot of missions that actually are these really cool boss fights. You fight all kinds of crazy bosses in the game because you're in this weapons research facility and you're fighting these test subjects who are basically these huge living weapons. You also fight a couple Metal Gears in the game, which are really cool fights, and they are really lengthy and drawn out. They're also a lot of fun, and they're a good challenge. Metal Gear Acid 2 adds enough new content to a familiar gameplay to really make it worth your while. After you beat all the missions, you can go back and replay the missions with different objectives if you want. You can also play in Arena mode, which is a new feature in Acid 2 where you basically just jump into these maps and play quick games against some of the familiar bosses in Metal Gear Solid. There's also ad hoc multiplayer, which is pretty fun. It's kind of slow paced, just like in the original game, but it's cool to pit your deck against your friends just to see which one is better. If you enjoyed the first Metal Gear Acid, you'll definitely want to check this one out because there's a lot of cool new content added. But even if you didn't play the original, this is still a good place to start as long as you can get past the somewhat steep learning curve.